When the end of the world comes, I want to be in Kentucky because everything that happens there is about 20 years behind. The great Mark Twain said that. Did you know that?
I did
I
not know
found that
that.
out today. I agree with
Okay.
him. Let's start the show. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of FYC Film Review. I'm your host, Gagne. With me, my partner, Naldo. How are you, buddy?
What's up, man? How's it going, everybody? What's new, man? What's going on?
Mark Twain doesn't like Kentucky, man. That's new. I didn't know that. I assumed that he just, loved that area. But that's fine.
Kentucky seems like a nice state, I think.
Never been there. Can't speak to whether or not
Yeah.
things are 20 years behind, but hey, good for them.
All right. We chose a Netflix movie, Leave the World Behind, starring Miss Julia Roberts and a big old cast. Came out last year. Runtime is a little long. It's 2 hour and 20 something minutes. It's a very long movie, I dare say.
Let's touch on some of the other people in it because they are some of the reasons I like this movie. Mahershala Ali is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Hawke, fantastic in
Ethan
this
Hawke. Who
movie.
doesn't love Ethan Hawke?
Julia Roberts actually loved her as a Karen. Like she plays, it's not often that she plays someone you don't like, and I liked seeing her in a role like that. So
Really? Okay.
and I did. I enjoyed her as a Karen.
Right.
Just yelling and not trusting anybody, and yeah. What
All
about
right,
you,
man.
buddy?
Listen, Julia Roberts. I like Julia Roberts. For some reason, in this movie, I got really annoyed with Miss Julia Roberts. This movie was interesting. It was really interesting. I really liked the first half. The second half kind of went downhill a little bit for me, but we'll touch on that. I think the topic and the themes that this movie has are great, and it's something that we can all probably relate to because we use so much of our internet, our consumerism, our technology. And so this movie kind of flips it around, and it's like, what would happen if different countries attacked us, right?
Sure. Yeah,
And
cut off
used
our
our
way of life.
yeah, used our own satellites for us to kind of turn on each other as they also come after us. It was a little bit of anxiety, not gonna lie. It was a little bit of anxiety.
That's what I enjoyed about it.
Yeah.
I will agree that there's some fluff. You could cut some stuff out. It didn't need to be that long. I think that
No.
they do a great job of building so much drama and tension. You just for that first half of the movie, you don't really understand what's going on, and you're waiting to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Who's playing who and what's really going on, and it kind of keeps you tense and on edge for a little bit. There's for everything that I wish that they could cut, I wish they would have kind of gone more into Kevin Bacon, who we get as a, paranoid neighbor who doesn't want to let anybody in to, help them once he realizes what's going on in the world. And so he's
Yeah.
great, but you get him for like a 5 minute scene maybe, and then he's gone. So
The ending, I really don't know what to make of the ending. I think I understand it. I may be dumb, but and so
yeah.
what did you take from it? Like what did that mean to you?
I thought it was a sweet way to wrap up a story that you are left to kind of figure out on your own. So many of these disaster films, you're expecting us to have a solution to the problem. And in this one, it's just more about this group of people's reaction to what's going on in the world. And there is no solution to it because that's not what the movie's about. This movie's not about figuring out who attacked the country and how we're going to fix it. It's about how these survivors are going through a challenging thing like a cyber attack. And so
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting them to get, because at that point we're 2 hours and 10 minutes into the movie. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting anything to get solved. And so I liked that they left it on that note that like at the end of the day it all happened, but like there's the callback to her not being able to see the last episode of Friends because the Wi-Fi went out. I love it. There's a DVD in the bunker.
So I mean, you called it out. There's no Wi-Fi. There's no internet. There's nothing that we use now. Because I know that when my Wi-Fi goes out, I can't do my work. I feel like I can't do anything. There's this really cool line that Ethan Hawke has. He goes, "I don't have any GPS. I don't have my phone. I'm a useless man."
Yeah.
Like, have we become? Is that what we've come to?
I mean, it felt relatable.
It did. It really did. And I'm thinking, man, he's kind of right. If we're attached to our phones all the time,
Mhm.
you know, and so what I took from the ending was that everything's falling apart for everything's falling apart, but she's so fixated on wanting to watch this that she doesn't even care. And so social media is just taking over her life because she's begging to watch this, and she doesn't care how she's going to watch it. She's going to do it no matter what. World's falling apart. She found the bunker. I don't care. I'm going to watch this episode, and I don't care if I die doing it. I'm going to do it.
Well, that's what I love about, film, is that we can have different interpretations. Like for me, it was like she's a child. Like children don't fully understand the levity of things that are going on, and at that point, they didn't really know a lot. Like she's a child. She was wandering
Yeah.
around. She knows bad things are happening, but like at the end of the day, she stumbled across a place that has the thing that she's been obsessed about, and now
And
she's
that's what
got
she
it.
cares
So
about.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that it was pretty much, she was one note the entire time, right? Like she was mad
Yeah.
about it the minute the Wi-Fi went out. I'm never gonna get to watch this again. Like, how
Mm-hmm.
am I gonna know how it finishes? It also talks about our obsession with binge watching stuff, and you know doing these
Yeah.
dives in 10 years of cinema, or 10 years of TV shows with people, and we get obsessive.
I think the last one that was really obsessive was Lost. That was a big one.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely. What if you didn't get to see the finale?
I don't know, but I'm still upset about that finale, but that's for another day. So we're not talking about Lost. Do you want to rate it?
Let's rate it.
All right. 1 to 5. What are we going with? What do we decide?
How many bacon?
Bacon.
Because we only got one bacon in this movie.
We
That's
did.
not very good. But how many bacons would we rate this
Okay.
movie?
1 bacon, really bad. 5 bacons, really good. Go ahead. You go first.
All right. Not gonna lie, loved it. One of the few times that a running time didn't affect my love for the film, even though it went a little long. And I can agree with you that it could have, been a little shorter. But man, loved it. Loved the set design. Loved the actors. I loved everything about it. I was on the edge of my seat and tense most of the movie. Loved the ending. I'm a sucker for not wrapping up endings in a neat little bow. I'm gonna give it a 4 bacons.
Man, that's a great score. Okay. I am gonna go a step below you, and I'm gonna go with 3 bacons, just 3, because I'm on a diet. But I really, I like I said, I thought the first half was really good. The tension in the first half was just incredible, and the second half it kind of went down for me. I'm still not really sure what the significance of all the animals and the deers was. I still don't fully understand that part, but
Sure.
okay, whatever.
Looks
I
cool.
have. It looks cool, so I'm gonna go with 3 bacon. I have a hard time with Netflix movies a lot. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they don't come out in the theater, but they just go straight to streaming. So it's hard for me to really enjoy a Netflix movie, and I'm still trying to figure it out why.
And I honestly think it has everything to do with the grandiose scale of seeing a film in theaters. I think those movies will hit a lot differently if you watch them in theaters. Watching them at home can lead to distractions. It's not the same feeling, the intensity. You're not with a crowd of people that are reacting to it. I feel like that's always missing from a Netflix movie, but I agree with you on that.
Cool. Okay.
All right, folks, that's all we've got. We are going to leave this film behind, and we'll see you next time on FYC Film Review. And never without a pun, but it's good. We appreciate you watching. I've been your host, Gagne, my partner, Naldo. We'll see you next time.
Have a good one, everybody. Go watch this movie. It's pretty good. Go watch it.